Let's go! GameNChick Gaming.
Hello once more, my chickadees. GameNChick Ninja kicking in your door with another review. Before we get started, I would like to give a big thank you to the folks over at Yacht Club Games for providing me with the review key to make this review possible. Thank you very much. So now with that having been said, let's get to it. Cyber Shadow is an action platforming ninja adventure that is developed by Mechanic Head Games and published by Yacht Club Games. In an age where retro-style games are making their big comeback, Cyber Shadow comes in to capitalize on the fast-paced ninja action that was prevalent back in the NES days, with titles like Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi, and Shadow of the Ninja. But is this game as skilled and as masterful as Brother Gobei, or does it come up a little bit short and end up like a Haru? Clumsy and means well, but just can't get the job done. Only one way to find out.
Goodbye, everyone!
So, go ninja, go!
I made another funny!
In a world that is in ruin and taken over by the evil Dr. Progan and his army, it is now up to you, Shadow, the last surviving member of your clan, to put a stop to his evil plans and deter him from carrying out his plot to destroy and eliminate all living life forms. You're humanity's last hope for survival. Can you succeed where your clan failed? Gameplay. Right from the start, people are immediately going to compare this game to titles such as Ninja Gaiden. But while yes, those comparisons can be considered valid and do make sense, I however feel the title leans more so in the direction of games such as Shinobi and Shadow of the Ninja on NES in the gameplay department. At the start of your journey, you learn about Dr. Progan's plan for world domination and find out the fate of your entire clan. They've all been eliminated, and now you're the only one standing as the last hope of humanity. Pretty cliche story in the grand scheme of things, but really this genre doesn't need a big and expansive storyline to be entertaining, because the full bread and butter lies within its gameplay. Playing as the character Shadow, you're joined by a robot companion named LGN, who acts as your guide through your journey and helps you to trudge your way through the ruins and destruction of Mecha City. I'm usually not a fan of guide characters in video games because the majority of the time they're either really annoying or overall pretty useless. But here in Cyber Shadow, it's actually fairly tolerable. Unlike some characters from games like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword. You guys know who I'm talking about. I've seen people try to categorize this title in the Metroidvania category, but I don't know if I'll quite agree with that opinion, because I feel like it leans more toward the level of design that you see with titles like Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers on NES. The same level structure that has you go left to right and up and down to complete your objective, rather than multiple expanding areas that go on for hours. As you journey through multiple environments, such as skyscrapers, ruined cities, factories, coastlines, you'll notice each individual level is distinct from one another, and every stage has its own life breathed into it. No area feels half-assed, and everything in each environment serves an overall purpose to your objective. But of course, with this being an action platformer as well as a ninja game, you're going to get several skills and abilities to use at your disposal in order to save the world. That's a no-brainer. These skills and abilities include weapons such as shuriken, which allow you to get a strategic advantage by being able to throw them at a distance should an enemy be giving you too much trouble up close and personal. You also come equipped with cross-slashing, being able to wield fire and double jumping. However, not all abilities are going to be readily available to you right at the get-go. That would be way too easy of a game if that happened. Instead, you're given items scattered throughout each level and are rewarded for advancing in the game or exploring to find secrets you missed. Upon discovering a secret or advancing in the game, you will get a new ability or attack to use, such as fire or wall jumping, and many more. Not all abilities are winners. Some feel less useful than others, so it's imperative you take the trial and error approach to see just which attacks work against specific enemy types, or what works best in other certain environments. I'm sure you're wondering the overall difficulty level though. I mean, people are comparing this to Ninja Gaiden after all, and those games are notoriously hard. Well, take off those diapers because you won't be soiling yourself playing this game, because its difficulty is nowhere near the level of Ninja Gaiden, let alone even like Shinobi. That's not to say it's exactly easy either, that's not true, but it actually can become quite challenging during boss battles that require specific weapons to be used or by memorizing enemy attack patterns and movesets that they happen to repeat. The main reason and culprit of why this game isn't as hard as the previous titles I mentioned is due to the inclusion of the checkpoint system. That's right, you get checkpoints. So dying becomes just another thing, no real consequence. By having no real consequence for death, it allows players to die and immediately hop back into the action, continue playing and learning a level they may be stuck on. I consider this both a positive and a negative. I grew up on getting my ass kicked left and right in older games, and came to the conclusion developers hated me, and in turn, I hated them too. So as I set up my gaming setup, staring the games themselves and the devs directly in the eye, and I proclaimed,
"Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon."
Or, in my case, a controller. But really, by getting completely wrecked, I was able to find satisfaction due to having overcome something that I thought was impossible for me based off my own skill level. But the more I played, the more honed I became with my playstyle. But with checkpoint systems, that feeling gets taken away to an extent. However, on the flip side, it allows your game as a developer to be more accessible to new and older players, so the action stays fast-paced and feels more like an adventure rather than a chore. This is where it can be seen as a total win and positive. Beating this game can take you a good 6 to 7 hours depending on how many times you die versus the dozens of bosses you encounter or the plethora of level hazards that you come across that will surely give you trouble. If you choose the completionist route, then this is where you'll take advantage of the checkpoint system we just mentioned and the terminal system. Using the checkpoint system and terminal system, you'll be able to go back to specific areas of the game and find secrets and abilities that you previously missed the last time you played through the game. The more you search and play, the stronger your character will become, and the easier bosses will be to defeat that you may have been struggling with. This game is actually one of the more satisfying and rewarding experiences in this department because you always feel like every action you take has a purpose and has an endgame. Overall, when it's all said and done, Cyber Shadow offers fans of the ninja platforming genre one hell of a good time. From its fast and frantic platforming around dangerous and hazardous areas, the strategic boss battles that make you think before acting, to its emphasis on exploring in order to get the most out of your experience, and straight down its amazing soundtrack. Cyber Shadow is one of those must-have games if you're a fan of platformers or good old ninja fun. So what are you waiting for? Ninja vanish that money from your wallet because GameNChick says buy now. Hey everyone! Thanks for watching! I really hope you enjoyed that review, and I look forward to bringing more to you in the coming future. For new people, feel free to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like or share, and for people already subscribed, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out on any future content upload. Also, feel free to click on my other reviews linked above, because they're kinda cool too. So, give them a look! Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch all you chickadees on the next one.